All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going deep on something a little bit disheartening, to be honest with you.
Okay.
It's this idea that we got from a listener who is noticing
Mm-hmm.
an increase in just bad behavior, lying, manipulation, betrayal.
Yeah.
Even though, as we all know, we are more connected than ever.
We're connected than ever before.
It's a small world after, right?
Right.
And this listener sent in this text message conversation that they had where they were seeing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they were really concerned about it.
Oh, yeah. I could see why.
Yeah. So that's what we're diving deep on today.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. And you know what really got me from this text message conversation was the quote that said, "It seems that lying, manipulation, and betrayal are second nature."
Wow.
Like, is that where we are
Mm.
as a species?
Yeah.
As a globe?
As a society?
Has it always been this way? Or is there something about modern life that's pushing us in this direction?
Well, I mean, historically speaking, deception has always been a part of the human experience. I mean, we're talking about self-preservation,
Right.
basic survival instincts, but the internet kind of changes things a little bit.
In what way?
Well, there's this concept called the online disinhibition effect.
Okay.
It basically suggests that the internet can act as a psychological mask.
Interesting.
We feel more anonymous online, so we're less inhibited.
Okay.
You know, there's a distance from the consequences of our actions.
Yeah, you can see things online you'd never dream of saying to someone's face.
Exactly. It's much easier to be nasty or dishonest
Yeah.
in a comment section than it is to, you know,
Right.
confront someone in person.
It's almost like the internet gives people a free pass to be jerks.
In a way, yeah. And I think on top of that, you've got this modern life pressure cooker going on, right? Everyone's hustling. Everyone's always on.
Always.
And that can lead to people cutting corners ethically.
Hmm.
We overpromise. We ghost people. You know, we prioritize our own needs, even if it means stepping on someone else to get ahead.
And it makes sense, I guess. If you're just going so fast, you don't have time to make those real connections to be a good person.
Exactly.
You just got to get things done.
All about efficiency, right?
Yeah, and this ties into what our listener was saying
Mm-hmm.
about this lack of intrinsic attachments, this lack of empathy.
Right.
It's like, it's almost become okay to just burn bridges and move on without a second thought.
It's a sad state of affairs, isn't it? It makes you wonder if we're losing our capacity for empathy in this digital age.
I mean, it's hard not to think that sometimes, right? When you just see how people are acting online.
Yeah. I mean, we're constantly bombarded with information these days. And it's easy to become desensitized to other people's struggles,
Right.
especially people we don't know personally.
Yeah. And then you've got the echo chambers, the filter bubbles, these online spaces where we only ever see stuff that we already agree with.
Exactly. And that just makes it even harder
Yeah.
to empathize with people who hold different viewpoints.
It's like we're training ourselves to be less understanding, less empathetic.
In a way, yeah.
So knowing all this, how do we fight back?
Yeah.
How do we cultivate empathy and connection in a world that's so isolating?
Well, first, we need to recognize that empathy is a skill. And like any skill, it takes practice.
Yeah.
So start by making a conscious effort to engage in meaningful conversations.
Both online and in person, right?
Absolutely. And that means truly listening to understand, not just waiting for your turn to speak.
Actually trying to see the world from their perspective,
Yeah,
even if you totally disagree with them.
exactly. Even if it's uncomfortable.
Right. It's about putting in the effort to connect on a human level,
Yes.
not just sending a quick text or, firing off a snarky comment.
And sometimes it means stepping outside of our comfort zones,
Okay.
talking to people who are different from us,
Yeah.
engaging with viewpoints that challenge our own.
So getting uncomfortable.
A little bit, yeah, because that's where real growth happens.
And maybe even slowing down a bit in general. I mean, if you're constantly rushing,
Hmm.
you don't have time to be present.
That's a really good
You
point.
don't have time to actually connect with people.
You can't build genuine connections when you're always on the go.
Right.
So yeah, slow down, be more mindful, be more intentional with your interactions.
It's not easy, but it sounds like it's worth it. So to summarize, it sounds like while lying and manipulation and betrayal might always be a part of being human, the online world and just the craziness of modern life
Yeah.
are making it worse.
Yeah.
It's this weird paradox, right? We're more connected than ever, but also more isolated.
It's like we're connected, but not really connecting.
Exactly.
We're retreating into our echo chambers, prioritizing our own needs above everyone else's.
But it's not all hopeless, right? We can fight this. We can choose to practice empathy.
Absolutely.
We can choose to have meaningful conversations.
Right.
And we can choose to seek out different perspectives.
It's a choice we have to make every day.
I like that. It's a choice. Well, huge thanks to our listener for sending this in and making us think about all this.
Yeah.
It's definitely given us a lot to chew on. And for everyone listening out there, here's something to ponder. If technology has played a role in creating this empathy gap, could it also be part of the solution? How can we use our digital tools to actually foster greater understanding and rebuild those genuine human connections that seem to be fading away?
Yeah.
That's something to think about. Until next time.